In this video, I'm going to demonstrate for you the Cisco Phone Control and Presence plugin for IBM Sametime. This is a free plugin available from Cisco to use with IBM Sametime, either the standalone Sametime Standard Connect client or the integrated Sametime client within Lotus Notes, which is what I will be demonstrating for you today. This plugin provides a great set of capabilities for integrating the Cisco telephony backend with IBM Sametime. And the types of features it provides, for example, is the ability to do click to call wherever you have same time presence inside of Lotus Notes. So over here, you see my same time contact list, and I can see one of my buddies is currently online, Andy Bernard. So I can click on his name here, and you'll see an option here for phone call. That's actually going to give me all the numbers available for Andy from the LDAP. And I can go ahead and click that phone number, and I'm going to place a call out to Andy. And right now it's placing that call using my Cisco desk phone. And Andy answers, and it's now the call is in progress. You can see that here. It's providing a countdown of how long the call is currently in process. I have a number of things that I can do in order to manage this phone call that's in process as well. For example, I can put it on hold just by clicking the pause button here. If I had called into a system that required me to punch in some phone numbers, for example, I can surface a keypad here and punch in phone numbers during the call as well. I have a few other capabilities for managing the call that I'll talk about later. But I'll also point out that this plugin also provides the ability to do phone presence. Now, this does require that you have a Cisco presence server in your environment. If you don't have a Cisco presence server, you can still use this plugin. You just won't be able to see phone presence working from the plugin. Now, this plugin works directly with the call manager in the back end, so there's no additional servers that you're adding to your environment for the basic click to call capability. The plugin's talking directly to call manager and placing that call. Now, let me go ahead and hang up that call, and you'll see the phone presence disappears. Now, the other thing I want to point out is you may notice that there's a new icon that's been added to Sametime up here. This is what determines what device I'm going to control using the plugin. So in this case, I have it set to control my desk phone. But if I'm using the Cisco IP communicator soft phone, I can very easily switch between those devices. So if I'm out on the road now, and now I need to place that call actually using IP communicator, I can do so. So I'll just click again, choose phone call, and click on the number. And you can see now the call is actually being placed using IP communicator. All right, let me go ahead and end that call. I'm going to close out of IP communicator altogether here, exit out of that, and I'm going to switch back to controlling using the desk phone. Now, I said that that capability is actually available wherever you have phone presence. So if you're using Lotus Notes, you know that that same time presence is available throughout the interface. Here I am in my inbox and I have phone presence available. If I want to call Andy from here, I can surface that capability just by right-clicking on the presence bubble and choosing call. You may notice that there's also this ability to add or edit a phone number. So if I have a phone number for Andy, that's say a personal cell phone number that he's given me. So I'll just say home. I want to enter that in. Let's click OK. And now whenever I click on Andy's name from any of the locations and choose phone call, that new additional number is available to me. And since that's a number I entered in personally, that hasn't been added to LDAP, that's just available to me as the end user. But as I mentioned, that same time presence is available throughout Notes. Here it is in the inbox. It's also available here on a calendar entry, so I could initiate a call if I wanted to ask Andy about the meeting that's been set up. It's also available in my contacts, so I can initiate a call here. It's also very easy to add same time presence awareness to your custom Domino applications. So if you're using custom Domino applications in your organization, or in the past they may have referred to them as databases, you can add same time presence to them very easily. So this is actually a help desk application that is just taken from openntf.org, and we modify it very quickly to add same time presence awareness. And literally, let me just pop over here for a minute. In your Domino applications, it's a matter of bringing up that field properties for a name and checking the checkbox for show online status to enable that same time presence awareness inside of your custom Domino applications as well. This is really a great advantage that Domino provides as a rapid application development platform and really for being able to use communications enabled business processes here because right from this same time integration now, I can, if I need to call Andy about this particular help ticket, I can quickly and easily initiate that phone call. But I can also do other same time capabilities directly from that application, right? I can chat with Andy, I can invite him to an instant meeting room, etc. So there's a lot of great benefit you can get from adding that integration into your custom Domino applications as well. All right, so it's not just where I see same time presence information that allows me to do that click to call. I'm also able to go over here to the same time search bar and I'm able to input somebody else's name. So for example, let me just look up Grace Hopper's name and I can initiate a phone call to Grace. It's going to pull that information from LDAP. I can initiate that phone call now directly from the search field, even though Grace is not somebody that is in my standard contact list. The big benefit that you have there is that same time really becomes like your corporate phone directory where I don't actually have to go somewhere else to look up somebody's phone number. I just start to type their name into the search bar here and I go ahead and get that number. I can also copy and paste any phone number into this dialog box as well. And it will initiate the phone call out. And now see, it remembers I've actually made a call to a number starting with these initial digits already. So it's using the type I had and pulling those numbers back for me. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, call that number, and it's initiating that call again back out to Andy, right? And so I'm back in the call with Andy. All right, let me hang up on that call. So again, I can do it with contacts that I have in same time. I can do it throughout the notes interface. I can do a search and look up a user. I can even just type in a number and initiate the call from that option as well. Now that's not the only thing as well. Inside of Lotus Notes, you'll know about a function called live text. Live text is a capability in Notes where certain types of strings are recognized and you can link actions to that. In this case, phone numbers are being recognized and then the ability to dial them using the Cisco phone control and presence plugin has been linked to them. So here you can see I have an email message over here and the phone number, in this case referring to the number for the help desk, was just put in the body of the text of the email message. If I want to call that phone number, it's as easy as either grabbing the drop down here and choosing the phone call option, which is going to initiate the call, or I can set that as a default option for the whenever a phone number is recognized. And then as a user, I just need to click on anytime you see this dotted text for a phone number, and it's going to go ahead and initiate the phone call. Now, this particular phone system is not connected out to an external phone bridge, and that's why in this case the call did not go through, but you can see it actually did pass the call, that number back to Call Manager. Now, again, live text is a feature that's available throughout Lotus Notes. So it isn't just in an email body or say a signature where somebody has included their phone number. But if I switch over to my calendar, if somebody's put a phone number here for a phone conference bridge in a calendar entry, I can initiate a call to that conference bridge very easy from the calendar entry. If I go to my personal contacts, and let's say I have a person in my contacts here who's not an employee, so their information is not in our LDAP, I can initiate a phone call to them directly off of the live text from their contact card. In that trouble ticket, I showed you being able to do click to call from the phone or from the same time presence in the custom Domino application. But also notice here, we have a phone number that's just been entered into a text field. I can also initiate a call to that number. Um, Here is a Word document that I've opened up in IBM Symphony. And so right here, I can initiate a call from a number that's been recognized inside of a Microsoft Word document. So you have a lot of flexibility here on where that live text might be located and recognized, and ability to, again, initiate that phone call in the context of the business process that I'm currently in. Now, the phone control and presence plugin doesn't only provide you the ability to do outbound calling. It also does the phone presence, as I mentioned, but it also provides you the ability to manage incoming calls. So let me actually call Toby's desk here. So I get an incoming call with a pop-up letting me know about that call. I can send that call straight to voicemail, or I can go ahead and click and answer that call. Right, so now I've actually answered an incoming call that was to my desktop. That call is now live on my speakerphone, or if I was wearing a headset, it would be live in my headset. So again, you have that flexibility of managing both incoming and outbound calls. Let me hang up that call. The other thing too, and I only have two endpoints at the moment hooked up to this environment, but if I have another call that comes in, the first, and I choose to answer that new incoming call, another dialog box will appear and the first call is automatically put on hold while I'm speaking on the second call. Now it's extremely easy for me to join those calls together, something that a lot of users may have difficulty figuring out how to do on their actual physical phone. These plugins make it easy to take advantage of the capabilities of your Cisco phone system, the investment that you've made in them already today. So if I want to merge those calls together, it's as simple as an end user clicking the merge calls button on that pop-up, and it brings all the active calls together into a quick conference call. So quick and easy, I've now created a conference call with multiple end users. The system requirements for the PCAP plugin, you need to have at least Call Manager version 6 or later. If you want the phone presence capability, again, you do need to have the Cisco Presence Server in your environment. If it uses a Microsoft Windows as a requirement from an operating platform, and then there's a number of different hard phones that you can use or IP communicator options that you have. Again, it does require a full version of Sametime Standard, and that can be either the integrated version that I've been showing today within Lotus Notes or the standalone version. You know, one other feature that I didn't mention and I should show you now, if you have also deployed the Cisco voicemail plugin, you have the ability when combined with the Cisco PCAP plugin to initiate phone calls back to users who have left you a voicemail. So here I see Andy left me a voicemail. I've listened to that voicemail. Now I want to call him back. I'm going to go ahead and choose phone call and initiate that call out to Andy. So it places that call outbound. And again, we have our call placed through to Andy. And you'll notice that phone presence information is showing up not only in the contact list, the same time presence and phone presence also shows up in that voicemail plugin, again, as well as wherever I have same time presence. So here I am in my inbox. If I want to see who's actually on the phone right now, well, in this case, I only have emails from Toby and Andy in the inbox. And since we're both on the phone, you're going to see that phone presence light up throughout the inbox and again, throughout notes wherever you have same time presence. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration of the same time phone control and presence plugin. Again, a lot of great functionality available here for your end user. So get out there and take advantage of it.